Okay, so next movement challenge is the 90-90 sit. So it's your hips, your knees and your ankles all at 90-90. So it looks like that. If you can see, let me turn this way slightly. You can see my foot as well. So 90 degrees at the ankle, 90 degrees at the knee, same on both sides. What you will find is that you'll want to kind of bring it closer, or that you'll find that this is kind of how you used to sit, but you want to try and find the 90-90 position. To start with, just to see if you can sit there with your body upright. So one hip, one thigh bone is internally rotated, and the other one is externally rotated. So it's all about how much range of motion in the rotation that you have at the hip joints. There'll be a tendency, if you're a little bit tight in one of those, to not be able to sit upright, so you'd be kind of leaning. And turn slightly, so you'll see this on the other side because I'm very different from side to side. There'll also be a tendency for this side of your pelvis on the back leg to lift up away from the floor, and that's because it's hard usually. Some of us it's not, depends on your hip shape, but for most of us it's harder to get the hip into internal rotation. So you'll bring the pelvis with you so that the hip doesn't have to do anything. So you want to sit that back butt cheek down to the floor and see if you can, if it touches the floor, great. If it doesn't, it is where it is. See where it is, how high it's lifted, and then see if you can be upright and, you know, relatively balanced. See how it feels. Like, so for this side, dawdle, you know, butt cheek's nearly to the only reason my butt cheek isn't touching the floor because part of it's missing. Otherwise it'd be there, and there's my 90-90 on that side. Now you see, you see what I have to work on when I come to the other side, because I can't get as upright. So for me, I kind of want to be here. That would be comfortable for me to be here with my arm out to the side. For me to not use my hand as a kickstand, I'm kind of having to use the muscles here in my waist. It's kind of all crunchy and horrible. It's not particularly pleasant. So you just see if there's a difference from side to side. And as usual, we're kind of aiming for symmetry. Now we're going to get there. Not supposed to get there. We're not supposed to be completely symmetrical. I can't even say it's symmetrical. But we want to be as near as damn it, because it's the further you are away from it, in other words, if one side's a lot worse than the other, the chances are you're more likely to get injured or pain on that side, or even the other side. In other words, you want to bring them as close together as you can. So all I'm doing is sitting here and seeing how it feels. It's getting a little bit easier. I kind of sunk that back hip a little bit, and I can stay upright again now. It's not easy. You know, I'm not happy here. Kind of hanging, my body's kind of going, oh, if you hang on to that leg, it helps you stay upright. All those cheats that your body comes up with. So you're just noticing where you're at. So for me to be here and upright, I would need to kind of just close all those ankles a little bit. That's a little bit easier. I might even want to go a little bit more, close the ankles. And you just kind of notice where you are from side to side with your 90 degrees. Can you sit upright, can you not, etc. And as we go into the sessions that we're going to be doing, you'll notice that this should get easier to stay in a 90-90 and get upright. I think that's all I want to say on that one. So that's your 90-90 seat.